Imagine living in a world where a handful of families control the lion's share of the wealth, businesses, and culture. It's not a plot twist in a dystopian novel. It's the world you and I live in. These families aren't just wealthy, they've essentially laid the foundation of the modern world, playing a substantial role in shaping our society and economy. Let's get it on. Number 10. The Wertheimer Family. The Wertheimer family, famous for their enormous wealth, exemplifies the success story of making billions of dollars by profiting off the ingenuity of others. Their fortune traces its origins back to the 1920s Paris, when Pierre Wertheimer provided financial backing to designer Coco Chanel. Their lavish lifestyle is a testament to their savvy financial choices and strategic maneuvers that propelled them to the pinnacle of affluence. They own 3 vineyards in France and 1 in Napa Valley, and engage in thoroughbred breeding and racing. Their combined net worth amounts to over $79 billion. The death of Coco Chanel signaled a significant turning point in the Wertheimer family's fortunes. Seizing the opportunity, they purchased Chanel shares, establishing their preeminent position over the illustrious brand. The Wertheimers have made the most of their good fortune by making intelligent investments, allowing them to increase their wealth significantly. Number 9. The Ambani Family. The Ambani family holds the title of India's wealthiest. Dhirubhai Ambani's sons inherited their father's substantial fortune, and subsequently, Reliance Industries appointed Mukesh Ambani as the company's leader. Reliance Industries, headquartered in Mumbai, is renowned as the world's largest oil refining complex. On the other hand, Anil Ambani oversees telecommunications and asset management businesses. Their wealth is amassed primarily from these businesses. However, their opulent lifestyle is what truly stands out. Their residence, a 27-story building named Antilia, showcases their taste for luxury. Located in Mumbai, it's valued at around $2 billion, making it among the world's most expensive private homes. Housing over 160 cars, the first 6 floors serve as a garage for their extensive collection, including custom Rolls-Royce and limited edition Bentleys. Despite their opulence and a net worth of around $83.4 billion, the Ambanis are engaged in philanthropy, contributing generously to various causes to impact society positively. Number 8. The Slim Family. Carlos Slim Helu, often known as the Mexican Warren Buffett, is the patriarch of the 8th wealthiest family in the world and has a net worth of about $95.1 billion. The Slim family can live an extravagant lifestyle but choose not to. 40 years after amassing a respectable fortune, Carlos still resides in his home with 6 bedrooms he purchased. Moreover, the Mexican man caps his monthly wage at a modest $24,000. Carlos is well familiar with the difficulties that regular people face. At the age of 10, he began providing his acquaintances with candies and beverages in exchange for payment. You may have guessed that he did not amass his great fortune through this business endeavor. He amassed it through America Móvil, which is the largest mobile phone operator in Mexico. This corporation accounts for $70.5 billion in revenue. Nevertheless, Slim has been successful with a few of his other investments. At the present day, he is one of the wealthiest people in the world. Despite this, most of his wealth is donated to charitable causes in Mexico, where he promotes education, arts, and athletics. The Slim family attained billionaire status through their efforts. Number 7. The Bettencourt Family. When discussing wealthy families, we frequently focus on the patriarchs at the top of the family pyramid, but not with the Bettencourts in the house, that's for sure. It's not that the Bettencourt family was struggling financially before Lillian arrived. Rather, the late great Liliane Bettencourt was the matriarch who led the family to its current ultra-wealthy status. In fact, the Bettencourt is an ancient noble family that can trace their lineage back to the Norman lords of the 14th century. Currently, the family's wealth is around $100 billion. The illustrious L'Oréal Cosmetics empire is, of course, the principal source of revenue for the family. The Bettencourt family is known for having an unusually grounded attitude. Although they do love the finer things in life, such as living in extravagant homes, driving fantastic cars, and having a taste for the best that life has to offer, they choose to avoid the limelight and instead take pleasure in the peaceful environment. Number 6. Koch Family. The Koch family's wealth has its roots in the legacy of Fred C. Koch, the founder of Koch Industries. Fred's journey to wealth began when he developed a method for refining heavy oil into gasoline. This innovation laid the foundation for Koch Industries, an oil refinery company that would go on to become one of the largest privately held companies in the United States. Today, 2 prominent living members of the Koch family, Charles G. Koch and David H. Koch, hold a significant portion of the family's wealth. They each possess 42% of the shares of Koch Industries, which collectively amount to a staggering $40 billion in value. Beyond their industrial holdings, the Koch family is also actively involved in philanthropy. They oversee a non-profit organization known as the Koch Family Foundation, which has its origins in the Fred and Mary Koch Foundation established in 1953. Over time, this foundation expanded to include the Charles Koch Foundation, the David H. Koch Charitable Foundation, and the Koch Cultural Trust, reflecting the family's commitment to various charitable causes. According to Forbes, the Koch family's combined fortune is estimated to be around $128.8 billion, making them one of the wealthiest families in the world. Number 5. The Mars Family. Who would have thought combining chocolate and caramel could make so much money? The Mars family inherited their wealth from Frank C. Mars, the real-life counterpart of Willy Wonka and the founder of the confectionery giant Mars Incorporated. According to Forbes, Mars Inc. achieves an annual sales of $30 billion, securing its position as the third largest privately held company in the United States. To this day, Mars Incorporated remains entirely under the ownership of the Mars family with no public shares. Notably, the Mars family is responsible for creating some of the world's most iconic products, including the renowned Snickers energy bar and Pedigree, one of the best-selling dog food brands. Fortune magazine named them the wealthiest family in America in 1988. The Mars family is famously private, rarely granting interviews to the media to safeguard their family's privacy. Collectively, all family members possess a fortune estimated at $160 billion. Number 4. The Arnault Family. The Arnault family, famous for their enormous wealth and lavish way of living, has made an unmistakable impression on the world of commerce and fashion. Bernard Arnault, the family patriarch and one of the wealthiest men on the planet, is responsible for most of this legacy. The rise to prominence of the Arnault family began in France in the 1970s, when Bernard Arnault took over the leadership of the construction company that his father had founded. Thanks to his leadership, the family diversified their assets and made their first foray into the world of luxury goods. The family invested in LVMH, a conglomerate that comprises well-known brands such as Louis Vuitton and Dior, which are the crown jewels of their commercial empire. Of course, their enormous fortune leads to some extravagant purchases. For example, the family owns a 150-year-old castle in Bordeaux and an 18th century palace in Paris that costs more than $220 million. To date, the family's current wealth is close to $220.4 billion. Number 3. The Walton Family. The Walton family is frequently regarded as one of the wealthiest families globally, and they have consistently claimed the top position severally on Forbes' list in recent years. The family's wealth is primarily derived from Sam Walton, the founder of the world's largest retailer, Walmart. Sam established the retail giant in 1962 and has since expanded to encompass over 11,000 stores across 27 different countries. Walmart operates under 55 different names worldwide, including Asda in the United Kingdom and Seiyu in Japan. The Walton family holds approximately 50% of Walmart's shares, valued at $152 billion. Adding their other investments, the family is worth $224.5 billion. 3 members of the Walton family, namely Rob, Jim, and Alice, have maintained their positions in the top 10 of Forbes 400 since 2001. Jim Walton, in particular, boasts a fortune of $34.7 billion as reported by Forbes 400. Many people believe that the Waltons are honest and quiet people. However, they do occasionally give in to their more indulgent side. For example, Alice Walton, daughter of Sam Walton and an enthusiastic art collector in her own right, founded the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Arkansas in 2011. Now home to most of her collection, one of her most noteworthy acquisitions was a well-known artwork created by the artist Georgia O'Keeffe, which she purchased for an astounding $44.4 million. Number 2. The Rothschild Family. With a staggering $400 billion fortune, there is no doubt that this family is one of the richest in the entire world. You can probably guess why the Rothschild family is often depicted as the bad guys, but when you're so wealthy, you don't care what some drunk Eastern European thinks of you. Mayor Amschel Rothschild is credited for establishing the Rothschild dynasty in Frankfurt, Germany at the end of the 18th century. Their early achievements and the support of influential bankers and financiers catapulted them to notoriety and enabled them to spread their activities to important financial centers throughout Europe. Currently, the family controls shares in banking and virtually every profitable firm globally. Moreover, they're interested in construction and mining. The Rothschilds own several of the largest mining businesses in the world, including the Glencore Mining Company, which has a market value of $127.5 billion. They're also well known for their appreciation of the arts, and their collection, which is valued at over $2 billion, has served as an excellent illustration of how one can flaunt their wealth while maintaining an air of sophistication. Number 1. The Saud Family. I guess that when you think of obscenely wealthy people, the Saudi royal family is the first thing that springs to mind, right? The House of Saud represents the Saudi royal family, which has been a reigning monarchy for nearly a century. Determining the exact wealth of the royal family can be challenging. Their wealth primarily originates from the nation's vast oil reserves and income from the royal divan. Moreover, the family engages in various government contracts and land deals as part of their financial activities. The lavish lifestyles they lead and the expensive things they buy can make lottery winners appear like thrifty spenders. Obviously, considering that they have over $1.4 trillion in their name, it shouldn't come as much of a shock that the family leads a truly extravagant way of life. They have a motto they live by: if it isn't made of gold, it doesn't deserve our attention. This means golden automobiles, yachts, decorations, and a golden elevator. In fact, whenever the patriarch of the Saud family, King Salman, travels, the hotels that he stays in are compelled to redecorate their establishments with golden patterns and bespoke furnishings completely. So now the question that looms is, what would you do if you had the resources and influence these families have? Would you follow in their footsteps or forge a different path? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more of our luxurious content. And why not click on another video showing now? This is The Luxurious. Talk to you in the next video.